When the submarine descended to 300 meters, the pressure became too much, the valves couldn't hold and burst open. The torpedo tube began flooding, soon followed by the motor room. The engine's control panel failed. By this point, the entire submarine had been deformed by the crushing pressure. The crew rushed to patch every leak. Once sealed, they started bailing water from the control room floor, bucket by bucket, but the situation worsened. Oxygen inside was running dangerously low. They had to put on breathing tubes to stay alive. To conserve oxygen, only the captain and mechanics stayed awake to fix the sub. Everyone else slept. For 4 to 5 hours, the mechanics worked non-stop, yet the damage wasn't fixed. The captain's hope began to fade. Time ticked by. Finally, after 8 grueling hours, the lead mechanic emerged, exhausted, reporting that the submarine was ready. The captain, speechless for a moment, then ordered emergency drainage and ascent. The crew stared fixedly at the depth gauge. As the sub began to rise, they erupted in cheers. Miraculously, the damaged submarine surfaced, the hatch was opened, and everyone breathed deeply of fresh air. The sea was empty, just theirs. They had successfully crossed the Strait of Gibraltar, heading back to port. The engine, once the most hated sound, had now become the sweetest music in their ears. The captain ordered full speed ahead, steering toward home. Finally, on Christmas Eve, 1941, U-96 returned to port. Crowds lined the quay, cheering, but just as they thought they could finally rest, British warplanes struck out of nowhere. The crew scrambled from the submarine in panic. The attack turned the port into a ruin, and more than half the submarine's crew were killed. U-96, though it had survived destroyer attacks at sea, was sunk right there at the dock. Everyone sought cover from the bombing, except the captain. Wounded by multiple shrapnel hits, he remained on deck, watching helplessly as his submarine slipped beneath the waves. The grief and resignation in his gaze was heartbreaking.